Welcome to In the News, where we cover the top CBD-related stories from across the globe over the past week. Our top stories today include a new Cannabis Industry Council growing rapidly in the UK, Argentina's new push for a regulated hemp industry, and Amazon's new policy change following the MORE bill currently making its way through the US Congress. First up this week, new Cannabis Industry Council to drive change in the UK's CBD sector. So, what is the Cannabis Industry Council? Well, according to its website, the CIC is a collective voice bringing together independent providers and organisations in the medical cannabis sector to raise the profile of medical cannabis in the UK, improve patient access and ensure the highest standards. While originally proposed by members of the Executive Committee of the Medical Cannabis Clinicians Society, the Cannabis Industry Council will be shaped by its members. According to New Food magazine, the CIC will operate with 6 subgroups. There has been quality standards, parliamentary lobbying, research, environmental and social responsibility, and hemp, to better support patients and reduce governmental red tape which it believes is restricting growth in the UK's cannabis industry. After announcing the council already had over 60 organisations taking part during mid-April, by the end of May that number had already risen to almost 100, collectively working towards priorities such as standards, hemp, environmental social responsibility, research and lobbying. Currently, some of the members include APPG on drug policy reform, British Hemp Alliance, Cannabis Trades Association, Drug Science, Mackrells Solicitors, MG Health, Towergate Insurance and Unyte. So, who can join the council? Well, the council aims to be effective by covering all bases with its membership, including a broad range of expertise from medical professionals and patient groups to lawyers, regulators, education providers and parliamentary regulators. According to their website, cannabisindustrycouncil.org, the Cannabis Industry Council brings together organisations, businesses and groups working in many different ways to advance medicinal cannabis and hemp CBD in the UK. The CIC envisages providing a single collective voice for the industry, creating a trusted gateway for the cannabis sector to push for a vibrant, high-quality, patient-centric UK sector. It hopes to influence, learn from and network with fellow medical cannabis businesses and organisations. So, what can they achieve? The current acting chair, Professor Mike Barnes, has indicated there will be formal elections and organisational subgroup chairs to be appointed in the near future. He said, despite having a reputation as a globally dominant medicinal cannabis producer, the UK is almost entirely unable to cater to the needs of domestic patients. As it stands, there are numerous restrictions on full medical access due to unclear governmental bureaucracy, a lack of medical education, and restricted guidelines from NICE and other regulatory bodies. With the participation of the government, NHS, and Home Office, the Cannabis Industry Council hopes to set a gold standard practice on how the sector should operate. It must not be forgotten that at the industry's root are very unwell adults and children who, even after being lucky enough to receive a medicinal cannabis prescription, face high cost and long waiting times. Sadly, their voices are often lost within other industry bodies, so the council will give patients, businesses and public bodies an equal say. In the last few weeks, Argentina has been taking big steps to grow and develop its hemp and cannabis industry, with a new bill going through that will take steps to regulate the industry and develop new jobs and access to medicinal cannabis as a result. Discussing the new bill, titled Regulatory Framework for the Development of the Medicinal Cannabis and Hemp Industry, at a meeting with councillors, academics, legislators, sector representatives and governors, the minister assured that the bill is a result of a long and coordinated effort. Matias Culfas, Argentina's Minister of Productive Development, said at the meeting, Argentina has a global leadership in agricultural production, a scientific research network, a structure of laboratories, experiences of civil society organisations, incipient development of suppliers, and 22 provincial and 80 municipal initiatives. So, what benefits can Argentina expect to see if it goes ahead with its drive towards an expanding hemp industry? According to Culfas, the benefits will include a supply of medicinal cannabis to ensure better access to health, a generation of quality jobs, potential foreign exchange generation, opportunities for productive development in several provinces, conversion of the tobacco sector, and the development of genetics, technological equipment and phytosanitary products. According to MSN, in order to regulate, administer and oversee the entire cannabis and hemp production chain, Argentina will begin creating a regulatory agency known as ARICAME, which would also be responsible for granting and administering licenses for production and commercialization of hemp and cannabis. However, the law does not cover self-cultivation, which will continue to be regulated by existing regulations, and neither does it propose any changes to recreational cannabis use. So, what can Argentinians expect to see in the future? Well, Gerardo Morales, the governor of Jujuy, had positive things to say about future decriminalisation of cannabis in the country. I believe that after this law will come other challenges that will have to do with the reform in criminal legislation regarding decriminalisation, which is the next chapter. Another governor, Rodriguez Sá, supported what Morales had to say, adding, "I agree with the governor of Jujuy, we have to break the paradigm and talk about the decriminalisation of marijuana use." Across to America now, where Amazon backs federal bill to legalise marijuana and adjusts its drug testing policy for some workers. In the US, tech and retail giant Amazon has recently made changes to its drugs testing policy for employees and will no longer screen some of its workforce for cannabis use. Currently, under US federal law, cannabis is considered a Schedule 1 drug, which covers substances with high potential for abuse and little to no medical benefit. It will continue to screen employees in any positions that are regulated by the Department of Transportation. According to CNBC, in a blog post on Tuesday, Amazon's consumer boss, Dave Clark, said the company supports a Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement Act, reintroduced in the House late last month. The MORE Act would decriminalise cannabis at the federal level, expunge criminal records, and invest in impacted communities. Clark said, "In the past, like many employers, we've disqualified people from working at Amazon if they tested positive for marijuana use. However, given where state laws are moving across the US, we've changed course. Do you think that the MORE bill is likely to pass in Congress? Let us know in the comments below." That's all for now. Let us know what other big stories we may have missed in the comments below, and please leave us a like and subscribe to the channel for more CBD related content every week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.